Welcome guys, this is Town to City. Let's first get a check on our surroundings. I've got some ideas. This is my second time playing because I want to create something more professional than just a beginner's kind of thing. And on that note, I just want to say, if you want to see the showcase or city tour, that will be end of the video. This is going to be more like a build here and there, just show you how the game more or less works. So we just placed our observatory and it's building. I really like the building animations, and I really love the voxel style. But this is your cozy kind of builder, so it's not too hard or hard at all. At the start I had a bit of an issue because I was just spending on pause mode and never made money. So I had a little wait, a little bit of time just to generate that cash. This is a gridless city builder. There is some sort of snapping and stuff, but yeah, it's more gridless than not. But I do like my cities to be a bit more on the grid, but not completely. Here we're just building our first plaza. And you can see it's a bit of a struggle because I want it to be perfect. Loving the look. So we put down our first few homes. This is gonna be the red district. I decided to color code neighborhoods. Sadly, there's only one kind of house available at the moment because this is a demo. We're just gonna add a little throughway path. But one thing I did notice is the side of the houses don't have any windows or something, but you can't place them too close to each other, so hopefully that's something they will change in the future. Yeah, we're just adding a backway road for, I guess, civilians or citizens to check the train. We're placing down our first marketplaces, the poultry and cheese stall. Now, in this game, it's like a logistics thing. You have a warehouse where it needs to be transported to the marketplace, and then from marketplace to the homes. So it depends on the kind of roads you have and how the distance and so on. But before we get that, I'm just building more, how can I put it, areas of interest, like main areas, plazas, where the neighborhoods will be centered around. Here I was feeling a bit more creative and doing a little bit of a skew road, and we're placing our blue district. Yeah, here's our warehouse. And distance does matter a lot. Sadly, because I'm in the tutorial, I can't change connections because it says the whole time, even though I did disable the tutorial, it says I can't change connections because of the tutorial. We're adding our first family, the Gucci family. Here I just quickly show on how to add workers. This is the first time and last time I'm going to show this because it's quite boring and it makes my game lag in the future. Adding our second family, the Ferrand family, into the orange district that I built off camera. Just some views of our citizens going about. We finally unlocked the fish stall. Here you can see families have certain needs. So this family wants to live nearby a cliff. Luckily we have a blue house near a mountain or a cliff. Here I added another area, which will be the, I don't know what color that is, yellowish green. Here is the research menu. We're gonna get everything because I sort of forgot to research because I was too busy city planning. We're gonna build our first park. You see, this game is all about customization, which I love. I would rather play a cozy game like this than something like Islanders, one of those games you just need to score the highest in from placing stuff. I mean, some people like it, but I will be more like the creative, trying something like this. I do love more challenge in my simulation city building games, but yeah. Here we're placing the city's first slide and well. Getting down our benches because the people do actually use them. Isn't that just beautiful? We're moving homes a bit around because I'm gonna downsize an amount of homes we have, and I've decided to actually build the homes more in a style from my home country where we have big yards. It's more common than living in an apartment building, which I know is a fantastic privilege to have a nice yard and everything. But yeah, so I decided to bring it into this game. And we're just decorating the yards. And what's really cool about this game, objects that you can place like this, if they touch the walls or anything, they completely change. So it went from a pot to a hanging pot, which I think is a really nifty feature. We're gonna place down a bunch of flowers. I place flowers everywhere, and it's gonna be the death of me in the future, because I have to delete all of them one for one, because there isn't a mass delete. Yeah, I'm just showing some of the decorating of one of the orange homes. You see the lamp change from like a light bar on the door to a torch on the side. A lantern. Here is the final result of these homes. I will be editing a little bit in the future, but not too much. Yeah, I decided to do something different with a pathway in with sand and brick. And a stone fence, because this is going to be rich people. Or maybe an established politician. And there we are done. They even have their own well. Here is another home. I'm placing just benches close to a pond. They paid a premium for their little real estate here. I love putting trees everywhere. I'm a man for the trees. Our yard has many trees, and I just love the look of trees. When I look outside the window, I want to see green. I don't want to see, except it's winter, it looks a bit dead, but hey, I do love seasons. I don't love everything staying monotone. Yeah, I tried to make a big flower patch, and that was a lot of work. That's why I just didn't show you guys, because there was a lot of Z-fine or clipping of textures, but something they could, like I said, fix. This is just a demo. The game is not slated to be released yet. It's only coming soon, or you know when it's supposed to release. Yeah, we're just spudding up or spoocifying resin up the warehouse, and it's nighttime. Ooh, I love the transition where the lights pop on as it gets darker. Here we're building a new plaza, like it's just a plaza area where I will be eventually putting more market stalls, and this is just an area in the public that's supposed to look pretty, people to chill and all those kind of things. Yeah, we're adding our fruit and veggie stall. Like I said, trees. Though I have to kill many of these trees in the future because they make it very hard to take beautiful screenshots of the city because the entire city is behind trees. But let me have my happiness for just a while. With me spamming all these kind of things, my poor PC does eventually suffer some performance issue. That was some rough editing. I just want to share. I do place benches for the people to sit, for the elderly and the children. You're just beautifying this home. This people is even more rich because they have their own plaza. Here we're just building a fence, stone wall to ensure people don't jump on the train tracks or accidentally fall, I guess, in front of the train or whatever. You know, gotta be prepared for everything. Have you seen some laws that are out there? You know these laws are there because someone broke them or did something for them to exist. Let me put it, yeah, that's how laws work. It first needs to exist to be broken. You're just cutifying this little home, giving them a nice bench to look out into the distance, looking into those beautiful green trees. Here is our second plaza area. And it's obviously public, and it's just by the end of the cliff, which is super beautiful. You can sit and chill and have your hot dog, your coffee with your significant other under the lamppost, watching over the waters from a beautiful white cliff. And just I didn't plan anything like ahead or anything. I just went on a creative journey. But let me know if this game releases, if you want me to make more videos. Otherwise it won't be as sped up as this, and rather I would like hit district for district, because this is a demo. I thought one quick video will do it until the full release of the game. Obviously we need to put a fence there. It's just to protect our bank accounts from any lawsuits. It's a joke I like to make on all my videos. And our city has reached a certain amount of population, which means we can upgrade our train station. And a manor is done, and this thing will give us quests and stuff like that. I'm not the biggest fan of the little requests, because they take a lot of UI space and a bit irritating. But it's cool because you get free item stuff. It's something to keep you engaged. But I would rather just avoid them entirely. Just only have the stuff. But I guess it gives some character to your city. Yeah, we're just, you know, beautifying the manor, my manor, you know. It has to be of best quality. And hopefully they will add a feature where you can turn off collision, so you can create more interesting objects. Like a, what do you call it? A chimera of objects. We'll be returning to the manor in the future. For now, because I'm gonna accidentally middle mouse click on the manor and it will activate a quest. I'm just in love with the skinny lawn trees. Oh. Yeah, that's why this was, because we had to build a clothing store and research red clothing for someone because she wants to match the fashion of the big city. We're back at the manor, and here this is sped up like a lot, just to show you guys the amount of time it took to, I think this was at the end of the day a 6-hour build. Yeah, it was around a 6-hour build. I am slow, so I will give you guys that. And yeah, I just jumped ahead on the manor build. This is like a little servants' quarters. We're nice, we give them their own little space. We're a kind ruler. By the way, there's no elections in my city. I love the idea of creating roads that end in the dirt and that starts to, you know, rot away because of municipal neglect. Here's for another quest, adding pine trees. I do love the pine trees, but do they obscure everything? Many of them will disappear in the future. You can see she's very happy there on the side. Just to show you guys some of how the quest stuff look. But my goal is always to make sure the manor is visible from the main plaza. Here's a little nighttime shot of the manor. Here we continue our municipal neglect of services. It's too real. And we finally build our first bakery, which acts as a restaurant. I guess it's more a restaurant than anything else. It doesn't produce wheat or anything. Okay, I hope you guys like that overhead shot. I'm a bit slow when talking. I'm not used to these quick videos. Yeah, we're gonna repurpose our little market stalls into little parks because we're gonna centralize the marketplace a bit more as the town grows. But yes, the bakery, because I was a bit quick. So it acts as a restaurant, an extra thing to bring up happiness. As you can see, our happiness is 92%. See, who needs votes? Just listen to me and you'll be happy. I believe strongly, if your people do well, you'll do well. If your people make a lot of money, you'll make a lot of money. No need to steal it. I just added a butchery. This is what we're decorating now. It's another restaurant kind of place. With some pond real estate. Yeah, we're removing that entire block there and we're gonna build a more rural community on this side, I have decided. And our first upgraded building in the city as well. So this will all change. I love the degradation. Now we're done with the little rural communities layout of the plots of land, the baggage plots. Now we will establish their own little marketplace, add every single thing they need, and hopefully no one gets a seizure from this. I don't know why, as I was been playing on, the game has been, I guess, giving up on me more and more. But just remember, it's a demo. Even some more character to the marketplace. As if it was once more pristine. I would be decorating it more in the future. So now we're going to tackle the little rural community. The yellow-green area. Before that, we unlocked our fountain, our first monument. And you know, I was looking everywhere where to place this thing. I was like, sorry, progress needs to make. It's state-owned land. It's not like I'm stealing anybody's property. I'm not using eminent domain. So yeah, like I said, these flowers are going to be the death of me because I placed so many of them everywhere. Removing in any area is a lot of work. So I thought this was prime place for the fountain. It's almost like in the middle of the town. Isn't she absolutely gorgeous? Now, to decorate her, to style her a bit. Fix those little imperfections, of course. But yeah, let's get this fountain more beautified. Beautified is what I wanted to say. One thing I didn't do in this build, I didn't put streetlights everywhere, only in important places. But the houses have so much lights of their own, I don't think it's necessary. It's not because we're lazy here at Gilgard Municipality. We are conscious of the electricity bill. Eco-friendly. if you will. I mean, I could have gone much more crazy with the builds, but yeah, my computer is starting to stress a bit. You can't see it in the fastness, because it's sped up so much. But she's chugging. And I went from medium graphics to high graphics, and there was no change in frames or whatever. So I don't know if it's a hardware problem or they still need to optimize a bit more, but I believe they will. Ooh, nighttime. Look how the shine goes. Perfectly, just like the way I wanted it to light up. To be the true focal point of the entire town. Of course, we need to add some seating. I think this town has more benches, as 10 times what am I trying to say? The population of benches outnumber the residents by many. So if there was ever a bench revolution, we would definitely lose it. The Civil War will be decisive in their victory. I mean, we will be splintered for many generations. Here you can see a little bit of the lag. Just want to show you guys around, you know. Here is the rural community all gussied up. Now, I was thinking I'm building an orchard of some sort, a citrus or apple or whatever. I don't know these trees. I don't know what kind of trees these are. But hopefully they do bear fruit. So a little farm on the side, because I would have loved to build more homes. But this game, the demo, has a population cap of 120. And like I said, it's getting slow. So I think just doing a bit more simplistic things to round out the build a bit more. Yes, and these trees are not aligned. I never said I was an agricultural expert. And this is a free-form game. It's a stress-free game, okay? The orchard is planted. Now this is the farm home. Obviously I skipped ahead. Just show you a little bit at the end what I did. Obviously I added those 2 blue homes there on the side. Now we're gonna, I don't know, make the station a bit more pretty, because the last time the rotation happened, it didn't look, you know, when it upgraded, it looked really, you know, exciting on the outside. So I added a little playground, moved a few homes closer, and yeah, added benches while you're waiting and your kids can play. And I would say our station looks much better. And now to finally tackle the observatory, or the research center. I'll just do something simple, a little kind of road with trees and the lanterns and so on forth, the street lights. Yeah, I know these flowers aren't aligned whatsoever, but hey, it's the charm. And I love just bolting bushes and stuff everywhere. The rest of the land is barren, but at one spot, you got them bushes. I didn't really gussy up the observatory itself. I thought to keep it as natural as possible because it's an institute that needs, yeah. And we finally reach our final station level, meaning our population will no longer grow. And I'll have the showcase after this, and then the city tour. Thanks for going through the building phase with me. Okay, so here's the city tour. Let's just go through everything slowly. Here we have our bakeries, our windmills. I wanted to give it that start of the rustic part of the city, or town in this case. I just love the potholing paths, the roads break down. They act as restaurants. Then we go up on the dirt path here. We have our little rural market with a well. Our veggies, our fishies, our fruits, and all those kinds of things. Just what the people nearby need. Then we just have the, I would say, more rural community that if the game had farms, I would make the plots bigger with wheat or something that, providing to the bakery. And they all have a little piece of the pond that they pay extra premium for, obviously. And this is obviously the more richer people. You see, they got a slide. I also didn't bushify this area too much. At this point, when I was doing this, I was already getting a bit, how can I say, tired. And a bit lazy. And you can already see my PC is struggling. Yeah, just here, little green area. Here is where the previous market and storage house was. I just made them into little parks for the people. Yeah, and these people didn't even have a bench. Damn, I got lazy. Or is it... This is one of the first houses I did. Yeah, these guys got a bit more money, but no benches. What happened to all my benches? I could swear I felt like I put down 1,000. Ah, we have one here. And a little kiddo. I know they can interact with objects, but I couldn't get them to do it while I was trying to, record, but it's fine. Here we just have a little walkway for, I don't know, people can walk to the butchery restaurant, and I have a good braai, a good steak, a filet mignon, and just more homes. I also decreased the tree count by much because it was just blocking all our beautiful views. Here's the main market. I just, with the other square, I just moved everything here. I like this little market square. And then the extra one here that's supposed to service the ones that are further away. Here we get to the blue district. And here we got one on the cliff with a little road going inside down here. And I tried to put all the flowers and all those kinds of things to make it cooler. And this guy's just chilling here. He's got his, I don't know, his, what do you call it, suspenders on. His little German hose, something like that. Yeah, and it's getting, it's sunset time. Here is another little beautiful just public area for people to stare out on. Oh, jeez. Got a mini seizure there. Yeah, you can just stare out and see what the other people are doing, spying on them, you know, see if you can catch some nice juicy drama. And here's just another. This is the red district, a little bit more rich. They got an entire plaza for themselves, a large piece of the pond. Yeah. You see, I did. Oh wow, these guys got nothing. That's so sad. Sad for them. At least they just got a bench here outside. I mean, they've got beautiful frontage. Look at that. I don't know if that will probably raise your market cap for your house, but I can't just imagine the noise of this thing and everybody being here. But yeah, here is our little fountain. It's the first and only monument in the demo version. And yeah, oh yeah, this district was the orange district. Oh, and yeah, here is our clothing store, which red is the main thing they sell, because that was a quest. Yeah, there's the butchery, and like a semi-restaurant out back here. I think it'd be very nice. And here is our, if you couldn't notice, a little shoe shop. I tried to make it very basic. You can go around the shoe shop to sit down and listen to the train, and I don't know if you can actually see over the wall, but that's your problem. Here is the train station plaza with a little playground. When you're waiting for your train, your kids can play and hopefully not fall in and drown, but yeah. Wait for the train. Here's one big warehouse, and then the other big one is this side, servicing most of the town. There's a third one up here, a bit more hidden away. Try to block it off with trees to reduce noise coming from it. I had to put it like this to get the happiness to 99%. Yeah, and here we go on with the blue district up the hill here. Nice white cliff. And here we have the Hatter. I had no idea what I wanted to do for the Hatter. It's a Hatter slash restaurant. Because I mean, the farm is right here. The citrus, apple, whatever farm you want to imagine it to be. But yeah, here's the little farm home. I tried to make it like a double. I wish just for more housing variety of shape. I know you can upgrade them in the future. I've seen like in the end of the demo you can like upgrade them to look a bit different, but I want them to have different shapes, like actual homes, not just like these homes that are like blank and the side. It's more like apartment buildings. And we just have a rural road going up here to our observatory or research center that I just decorated lightly, made a nice beautiful entrance for it. I didn't actually put anything like naturey onto the observatory itself because yeah, the people here, they don't want to be disturbed by flowers. It's all about, you know, observing the stars, not observing the ground. Where else should we go? Oh yes, of course, Zamana. Now I tried a bit here. I tried to make like a little sunflower field. Sorry for all the jitteriness. I can't control it. It's the camera. Oh, yeah, that's the end of the map. You have a little well. Try to beautify it. The playground for the little lords. And of course, the manor. And someone's actually here. Interesting. I did decorate the manor somewhat. Added little flowers here on the side and a lot of lights. And a little, you know, chilling area, which you can have your dignitaries or something outside and have some nice champagne or whatever. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, this is like the servant's house. And we were nice. We gave them something, you know. And just like a little forest going up to it. More road destruction. But yeah, that's more or less the town. it took me quite a while to do this, especially with my PC slowdown, and this was the second or third time playing the game, so I first had to learn it because I didn't just want to make another like, first time impressions, I don't know really what to do, just plop things around. I wanted to actually make something really nice. And I think this is a really comprehensive demo, which I really like, and I'm glad to have played it. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thanks for watching. Cheers.